welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for October the 21st through October the 27th. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you enjoy these readings and that you'll return. And if you are returning, thank you for supporting this channel and welcome back. Okay, so these readings are for your sun, moon, and rising. And they are for the collective. So please take what resonates and just leave the rest. Sometimes the messages can be very specific if spirit wants to contact a particular person over a particular situation. So if you would like a more tailored and in-depth personal reading, click on this link here. That will take you to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. Now, these... before I mention anything else, I do have a Facebook group, and that I do a live stream every 2 weeks in that Facebook group, and it's either about the new moon or the full moon. So coming up, we'll have the new moon coming up this week. So I will be doing a live stream at some point this week in that group, and we look at how you receive that the new moon or the full moon, whatever it is, in your sign. So it's very interesting, and I do that live, and I also have tarot cards on hand to answer questions. Now, another way to support this channel is through Patreon. So click on this link for Patreon and check out my Patreon page. You can donate as little as $1 a month. That's huge for me, maybe not so much for you, but it really helps. Now, what else? Lastly, these readings come in three sections. One is the intro, which is this. Then there's the astrological reading. And then there is the tarot card reading. And I will have skip times to all of those in the show more section below, as well as links to other videos. Sometimes it takes me a minute to update the links to the videos, but hang in there. Or you can also look at the playlist for October, and you can find all the videos in there. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology section of your reading, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. Now, what an incredible, powerful celestial sky we have this week. First of all, of course, it's all about culminating in the new moon on Sunday. But before that, on Monday, Venus is trine Neptune. Now, this is Monday, October the 21st, and that happens at 3:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a harmonious aspect, and it brings in an intense appreciation for the arts, especially music and painting. You may have a stronger than normal inclination towards spiritual endeavors, or the mystical arts, such as astrology and tarot and Wiccan and things like that. Now, there could be a tendency to kind of sacrifice yourself, to be a little over generous and magnanimous. So that nature that can come out in all of us could leave you open for others to take advantage. Fortunately, Venus is also sextile to Saturn. So Saturn will rein that overly generous nature. It'll rein it in a bit, give it a little structure so that you won't be too generous and you won't be easily taken advantage of. But it is something to keep in mind. Now, the sun moves into Scorpio on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Scorpio. It's your month on the zodiac. So when the sun moves into Scorpio, things get a little more serious and perhaps more intense. It's important. Our relationships are more important. And also authenticity and honesty. We won't be interested in what's the word I'm looking for? Shallowness, or if someone's not quite who they seem to be, we don't have time for that. When the sun moves into Scorpio. Now, at the beginning of the week, we have 2 planets in Scorpio, Mercury and Venus. And then as we move to the new moon on Sunday, October the 22nd, there'll be 4 planets in Scorpio, because new moons are when the sun and the moon are adjacent, are right next to each other at the same degrees. They're almost on top of each other, right? So, the full moons are when they're opposite, the new moons are when they're together. This is a wonderful time to make intentions. And this is a new moon in Scorpio. So it is very emotional. It's very deep. It's very intense. Scorpio is the detective of the zodiac. And Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So there's a lot of Plutonian and Scorpionic energies going on this month. So Pluto is about the planet. It's the planet of transformation, right? So this new moon will give us a chance to really go deep and see what kind of behaviors are holding us back. What needs to change in our lives? Perhaps we need to let go of some people, or a place. Perhaps we need to move. Perhaps we need to let go of some things or some behaviors. It's about searching, going really deep and searching what triggers certain reactions in us, and how can we change that? Are we smoking? Are we overeating? Are we overworking, gambling, perhaps taking drugs, maybe not exercising or taking care of ourselves? Are we sabotaging ourselves in some way? This is an opportunity to co-create with the universe and really go deep within. Transform your life through purification, through Let me tell you, I have been working with Pluto this last week or 2, and that's why you haven't heard much of me online, because I have been in deep, not just cleansing, really purification, getting rid of all my old files. I had these files from, the 90s. So I've been shredding for days and deep cleaning. Everything's been moved. It is plutonic. So if you can do that, it feels so amazing. I have reorganized my whole home and my workspace, so everything kind of flows a lot more easily. So this is an opportunity, and it's an opportunity to look at yourself and how you react. Now, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. It's going to be quite a challenging week, because at the same time, the new moon, that's the moon and the sun, right, are opposite Uranus. Now, this can mean volatile moods and mood changes, and our energy levels may fluctuate. This is really important to resist the urge to react. It can be rebelliousness, and anger can come up. So breathe before you react, and perhaps it might be more prudent to stay quiet. If you have the urge, that impulse to react, resist that. Now, earlier on the same day, Sunday is a whoa, one of those days. It's like a whoa. It's a hot topic day. So I would be aware of Sunday. These energies are a few days before and a few days after. Excuse me. And the energy of the new moon will carry us forward. So look, this is an intention that we need to make at this new moon of how we can change our life going forward and improve it. It's like, what can we change fundamentally about ourselves? What is possible to change? This energy is behind us for this change. It's got our back. Now, earlier in that day, Mars squares Saturn. This can bring up control issues. This is all about control. It can be about manipulation. It's almost like you have to take control of everything. And people and situations. Now, in extreme situations, you may express cruelty or perhaps even violence to get your way, or somebody may perpetrate that against you. So this is really important because this, manipulation and anger and cruelty comes from fear, really. That's the underlying emotion is fear. So strive to find out what that fear is, where it comes from. It will give you a better understanding of yourself and perhaps some self-awareness. And when you have that, then you can start to change those things. So this new moon will help in that discovery, the self-discovery and self-awareness. So it is really one of those, this week is all about going within. It's about searching for solutions. It's about searching for the root and help you to understand. Because when you understand, it takes the power out of that fear, right? It stops you from reacting out of emotional fear. Okay, let's go to your tarot reading, shall we? Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for October the 21st through October the 27th. This one last shuffle. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for this coming week? Aquarius. 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Oh, there's 2. One more card for Aquarius. Oh, my goodness. I'm not feeling very well, guys. Too many. About 10 fell out. Oh, that was a lot. Yeah. One more card. Oh, that was part of it. Oh, that was the one that it was in there. It was in that 3. Okay, darling. What can I say? What can I say? Okay, Aquarius. Yeah, I worked too hard last week and I really didn't sleep enough. I didn't take care of myself. I burned the candle at both ends and I'm paying for it right now. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Aquarius. Please, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius through these clarifying cards for this week of October the 21st to October the 27th? Please clarify. Oh, lovely. Please clarify. Oh, okay. Please clarify. There it is. Okay, and please clarify. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at your card, shall we, Aquarius? The first card out for you is the 10 of Swords, clarified by the Judgment card. Then you have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Hierophant. You have the 3 of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Aquarius. I can't even sing. Sorry, darling. I need some water. Okay. The first card out for you is the 10 of Swords, darling. 10 of Swords said, oh my goodness, you have been betrayed. You have been through some pain, some emotional turmoil, it's like you've been through a very difficult time. And The good news is that the 10, look, he's lying there with 10 swords in his back. It's like you've really been betrayed by, it's almost like by life. You feel that you've really kind of come through a very difficult situation, and it's almost like you're ready to kind of let this go. You're ready to move on from it. I don't even have to tell you, you are ready. Tens are, the good news is you're leaving this pain behind. You don't have to feel this anymore, Aquarius. This is done. Tens are endings and beginnings, right? 10 is an end, and 1 and 0 is 1. It's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity for you to go forward. And look, clarifying that is the Judgment card, and the Judgment is Pluto, right? It's about stuff is being brought up, you're going to handle it, and you're just going to let it go and move on. Pluto is about death and rebirth. It's about purification. It's purifying your space at home, at the office, your car, purifying your mind, changing the way you are. It's an opportunity to go within. What kind of behavior is holding you back? It has kind of held you back for a long time. What are you going to change? What can you change moving forward? Because this is an opportunity to do that with this new moon in Scorpio. It's like brilliant intentions, right? This is your call to duty, darling. You've got to kind of bring stuff up. You've got to let it go. You've got to move on. You've got to be transformed. You are going to be transformed. Now you have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is the Ganesh of the tarot, right? It's the remover of obstacles. It's very, it sometimes feels like a difficult start. So your new beginning is kind of difficult. There's some fear there. Am I going to be able to move on from this? Sometimes that pain is familiar and kind of, sometimes people miss that pain. They don't know how to kind of go on without it, right? The Ace of Swords, it's sometimes you just kind of feel like you want to give up, and you're just like, oh my God, let me just stay in this situation that I really need to move on from. But when the Ace of Swords comes in, it is saying that those obstacles are being removed. Do not give up. You can do it. You can carve a path for yourself, and you can move forward. And clarifying it is the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant's all about having faith and trusting that God won't let you fall on your face, that you're going to make this, you're going to get through this. This is a difficult journey and a situation, but you are going to get through it, and you'll be triumphant, darling. Just trust in God. Let the control go. Let the manipulation go. Just let it go. Let it go. And I want to sing, let it go, but that's let it be, right? I can't even think. Anyway, let it go. I would sing that Disney song, but I don't want to lose my viewers, so I won't. So the next card you have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, darling, is pain, right? But this is an old pain. What Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body, right? It's a pain that was installed when we were younger. For, perhaps our parents abandoned us, or whatever it was. It could be anything. And we carried this pain, and people can stimulate this pain. A situation can stimulate this pain. Something somebody says can stimulate this pain, and it feels like the real pain all over again, And it's not until we become really aware that we understand that this pain is not about the person or the situation that's kicked it up. It's really deeper. And this, I'm telling you, this Pluto energy, it's a chance to go in and sort this pain out once and for all. Let it go. Release it. You don't have to be identified with this pain. You don't have to recreate this pain all the time by the choices that you make. You don't have to choose people that are emotionally or unavailable or whatever it is for you, right? It can be anything. You don't have to choose someone that's going to reject you. You don't have to, whatever this is. If you go within and you connect the dots, you can release this pain, and then it won't hold any power over you. You'll be able to find your own power. And look, clarifying it is the Queen of Pentacles, and she makes things happen. She's a mover and shaker. She is a businesswoman, an astute businesswoman. She knows how to manifest wealth, but she works very hard. She's always wheeling and dealing. She's out there making things happen. She doesn't sit there waiting for things to happen. She gets up and she makes it happen. So this is a call for action. This is a call for action. Look, it's like a trumpet going off. You have a call for action, and you have to trust that you need to take care of this, and you need to move on. This is about moving on once and for all. Aquarius. Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, social media. Comment. I live for comments and feedback, and I always respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.